Lord Jesus.
We're going to ask you to let the audience know a little bit about you and who you are and what you do.
All right. Well, first of all, I'm so grateful to be here on the Book Breakers show today. It is
All
amazing. You ladies are
right.
Thank
awesome. I
you.
follow you. You're doing great things. So, but I'm Chariel Dye. A lot of people know me by Manette or Queen Chariel. But
Okay.
I am a let's see, entrepreneur. I'm a radio show host. I'm an
Woohoo. All right.
author. I'm a national queen. I'm a teacher. I just became a director in the child care center. I've been in the early childhood field
Oh,
for about 30 years now. I'm a
awesome.
mentor. Just became a life coach. I'm in school right now, NYU, studying journalism because I want to do more work with my podcast and with my radio show. I'm a mentor. I have a nonprofit organization called Great Women and Men United Incorporated, where we work with young people of the community as well as adults. Then I have a company called DRJ Trinity Business Group LLC, where we help grown-ups and kids start, run on, and operate their own businesses as well. And then this year, I just tapped into fashion a little bit. So me and my guy, we
Uh-oh.
opened a boutique. So it's called Fashion Fusion
Oh,
Boutique.
wonderful.
So we sell clothes now. So I do a little bit of everything.
Well, I want to
Yes.
ask you a question about since you said it about that fashion. What prompted you to do that? What motivated you?
Well, it wasn't even me. It's my boyfriend, man friend,
Oh,
should I
okay.
say. He has always wanted to sell women's clothes. He just had this vision that, first of all, women love to shop. That's the one thing he noticed. And then he started
Awesome.
noticing hanging around my friends the different types of fashions and clothing and different types of things that they were into.
Yeah.
And so he just was like, well, let's do this boutique. And so me and him sat down, we put this plan together, and he went and picked out the clothes that he wanted, and we did like a little trial run just to see if women would attract to it, and they did. And then I started wearing some of the clothes so that a lot of the
Mm.
women could see exactly what we had and in our little store. So it's fresh, we just starting out with it, and it was a great vision of his. I'm glad that
Oh,
he be a part of it with him. So yes, ma'am.
that is awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. All right, that lets you
Yeah.
know anyone can
Mhm.
accomplish their dreams when they put their
Of
minds to it.
course.
Mhm.
That's right. And
Yes, of
sometimes it
course.
just takes
And Mrs. Dye, what have been some of the challenges of working on social media platforms?
that. Well, what haven't been a challenge? Well, the good thing for me with social media is because I started out very small here in the city of Salisbury, North Carolina, just doing mediocre things around the community. And what happened is by putting them on social media, different people in different realms begin to see me. They begin to see the work that I've done. It's also a double-edged
Yeah.
sword too, because sometimes it creates jealousy in people, sometimes it creates envy. Sometimes people look at that and think that your life is this one big Hollywood movie when they don't even understand the things that you go through, behind the scenes, and the things that God has blessed you with, even get where you need to go. And sometimes I see that as a little, little kickback, but I also take it in stride because I still promote positivity on my page. I still promote good things that we're doing in the community. We still sidestep the negativity that we see and still overshadow it with,
Oh,
positivity. So yes, ma'am. But those are just some of the things that I have encountered as far as social media. But overall, as far as me as a businesswoman, as far as me as a mentor, social media has been very good to me. I became a national queen because of people seeing me in
mm.
different realms. I became an Achi Magazine award winner because of people seeing me in different realms. And just the possibilities have been truly, truly endless for the doors that social media has opened up for me. Plus the Queendom Nation radio show as well. So
All right. Well, how's that radio show going?
Yes.
it is going good. I just became a director in a child care center, so a lot of my time has been spent lately just kind of getting these classes
Okay.
together. But I love the Queendom Nation radio show because it allows me a space to be able to do exactly what you ladies are doing right now. Reach out to people, understand the different things that are going on in our community, understand the
Yeah.
different ways that we can help women, understand different ways we can just help people by just using our platforms to do so.
Mm, okay.
Oh,
Mhm.
what this question was just a little bit. I know
Go
we had
ahead.
answered before. I wanted to ask you, how did you start working in media? But you already answered that one. And what are some radio
Mhm.
shows you have been on and hosted?
Right. You know, what's crazy is I never saw myself as a media person. So I was at a small business expo some years back. I had just started my nonprofit, and one of my friends really liked, well, he was actually my cousin, and he really liked the way I was speaking to people. So he said, "Do you want to come in and do an interview on our show?" And I said, "Interview where?" And he said, "WDRB Media." And so they had their whole platform, the whole team, and everybody that was there. And so I actually went on there and did my very first interview there. And my cousin, which who interviewed me, he was excited about the way I talked. He was excited about my
Oh,
presence on the stage. And he was like, when I got that mic in my hand, he was like, you became somebody else. And so he was like, do you wanna start a show? And I was like, how do I go about doing that? And so he introduced me to his boss over at WDRB Media. And the boss just got me in there and they
mm,
introduced me to some things. And once I sat at that table behind that mic, I was like, oh, I like this. It was really, really comforting. And it was soothing to be able to just share my experiences, with people. And then I started noticing that a lot of the people was wanting to see me live because they loved the voice, but they wanted to see
Yeah.
me. And so I got
wow.
with one of my good friends, which was the guy that interviewed me. It was his sister. And people always say I was a little serious on the show. So I went and got her, which she brought a little bit more fun, fashion, little flair to the show. And we started going live and creating YouTube
Mm,
channels to interview different people. So I just started interviewing people in the city of Salisbury that I felt like were doing great
oh,
things. And
Jesus.
so we would
Yeah,
go live
man.
every week and interview these people
Okay.
and put them on the Queendom Nation radio show. So we were live and we were
Oh,
on the radio.
Jesus.
You cut off.
Oh, Jesus. Miss Di, can you hear me?
I
No.
can.
Yes. What's-
Wait a minute. Something has happened to our screen. We can't even see you.
Okay.
Hold on.
It
No.
looked like
You
it's
should.
froze.
You still?
Yeah, she's still there.
I'm still here.
Oh,
Oh, there you
Jesus.
go.
Come on.
The devil is
We
a liar.
see you.
Welcome back.
We see you. Jesus. Oh my
Listen,
God. Oh, Lord have mercy.
gotta love
Wait a minute.
technology.
Let me ask
Yeah, go ahead.
this question. Did you say in your introduction while you were introducing yourself that you had a children's program, a program for children or something like that?
do. I do. We've been running a program called Queens and Kings and Training for about 7, 8 years
Okay.
now. And what we do is we just bring young people in, just mentor them, teaching them about themselves and different ways that they can be productive in life. And we ran that program for about 9 years. And then after you have been in the program for a year, we crown you. You become part of the king and queendom. And so your job now is an ambassador to bring other youth into the program.
All
Mhm.
right, awesome. So and you say that's still going, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay. So how do people contact you in regards to
Most
that program?
people, because I'm on Facebook a lot with it, a lot of people will
Yeah.
inbox me on Facebook, just to
Okay.
first of all ask about the program, and then they'll ask how can they be involved in the program. And so when they inbox me, I always shoot them my email, I shoot them my phone number, and just
Okay.
any way that they can talk. And my email is Chariel D Charield 40 at gmail.com if you ever want to, reach out. And my number
That's
is
cute.
704-796-7016. And I'll put that in the inbox for you guys once we,
Okay,
get
great.
Oh, yes, please.
Awesome.
Because I lost you in those two letters. I'm like, oh,
I
Jesus.
know I got that Jersey fast talking.
Awesome. Oh my God.
And
Yes,
Miss
ma'am.
Di, what are some
Mhm.
challenging moments in your life you have experienced as a child?
Wow.
Oh, that's where it all began. Um,
Yeah.
I was adopted at the age of 3. My
Oh,
mother and I don't share the story often, but I'm gonna share it here. My mother was molested as a child. Started being molested when she was
yeah.
8 years old. She had her first child at the age of 12, which was my oldest brother, and then she had me at the age of 16, and then she had my sister at the age of 17, all by her stepfather. He raped and psychologically abused my mother And she put us in foster care because she wanted to know when her girls got older that the same thing would not happen to us. And so when she did that, she became a product of alcohol and drugs and all these different things to kind of forget what this man had did to her. And so we ended up with a foster mother, but the lady that I ended up with the first time, they wanted me and my brother to come together with her, and she didn't want my brother. She wanted just me. And so my younger sister, excuse me, she was already with Miss Alvera Smith, and I have to call her name because Miss Alvera Smith took my sister in at 11 months, and then she got me at 3, and then she got my brother at 8, and she was Evangelist Alvera Smith. And this lady kept us like our whole lives. I was 3 years old when I got with her. She passed away 2 years ago. And for all those years, she was everything that we needed growing up. She made sure that we knew our birth mother. She wanted us to understand circumstances that we came from, but she never wanted us to be a product of those circumstances. And so she did everything she could to gear our lives in the right direction so that we could never use our past as an excuse of why we're not proceeding in life. So that was hard. That was
Yes.
So, Miss
yeah.
Dye, who would you most attribute your success to? And who was the most influential person who helped support you?
I would attribute it to both my mothers, to Ricole Simpson, the lady that
Yeah.
gave me life. Because had she not made the decision to give me a better life, ain't no telling where I would have ended up.
Yeah.
And also to Evangelist Abira Smith and the whole Smith family because they jumped in at times when Alvera couldn't handle us when we were kids, and they made sure that we were on the right path. They didn't play.
Yeah.
And that's the entire family. They made sure that we were raised in love. They made sure that we were raised in Christian love. And I thank that entire Smith family. I really, really do. I have a lot of friends that I have to thank as well. Let's start with Stephanie Campbell. She has been pushing me ever since I told I wanted to be successful. She was right there gearing me. My boyfriend, Courtney Van Landingham, he always told me, do you, do you. And so
All
I've been
right.
doing me for a couple years. And he's
Yeah.
been my major supporter. When I dropped my book, he was the first person that bought it.
All
If
right
I'm doing
now.
any,
Come on.
yeah, if I'm doing anything in the community, he donates funds to make sure that I can get what I need for the children of the community. My family, the Simpson family, they have been so great. My whole team at Great Women and Men United Incorporated, they have been phenomenal. Just so many different people have really, really stepped up at times when you think nobody will support you, nobody will be there for you, and you will be very, very surprised. The Regal Elegance pageant system, I thank every single queen on that
Yeah.
system because they are phenomenal. I'm an Alpha Sigma Theta now. These women are pouring into me. So every minister, it's just been so many different people. Like I just want to name them all. Just
All
so
right
many
now.
different people. Yes, ma'am.
And
Mhm.
Miss Di, I want to ask you this question. For the Queendom pageant, what are some of the requirements and how did you qualify?
All right now. Do I qualify?
You know,
'Cause
yeah, you definitely qualify. Let me tell you something about this pageant system. What I love about it is faith based. And they don't care about your size, your color. They don't care about any of that. They want to know what are you doing to change lives in your community. That's what they look for. And so when you go in there, the criteria is, they have a criteria, but the criteria is basically that you're doing something wonderful in your community, that you want to
Okay.
network with other great women doing things in their community, that you want to be part of a pageant system that is definitely faith based, that is based on nothing but Christ.
all right.
And
All
so
right. All
yeah,
right.
and if you go the Regal Elegance pageant, I think it's regalelegancepageant.com. And if not, I'll put that in the chat for you as well. But if you go on there, they have, the list of different things that you'll need. First, you pay a certain fee to secure your county. They do state and they do national. When I first went in, I had never done a pageant to this magnitude, so I didn't really know what to expect. But when I got there, even though it was a competition, those ladies never treated me like we were competing against each other. They treated me like, come on, she knew, let's get her right.
Mm,
And
mm-hmm.
so
All
we went
right.
in there, and that night they just welcomed me in, and they helped me with my walk. They helped me how to stand. They helped me to how to speak,
Okay.
how to smile, how to wave, how to
Oh,
look at the judges. They helped me with everything. And plus, I was given a mentor, and this mentor, I'll lie to you not, Jeanette McKinnon. I got to take my hat off to her. She walked me
oh,
through every single step, and she told me, she said, if you listen, I guarantee you'll walk away and you win. Y'all, my first time state champion. I walked away with the highest title in the pageant, which qualified me for
All
Navy.
right.
So, so yeah, so
All
that,
right.
the criteria is pretty good. You secure your county, secure your state, go get you all nice and dolled up. They have different competitions within the system that you can get into. I also won best evening, no, sorry, also won best outfit of choice. So they have different competitions that you can get into up under the
Okay.
system as far as not just winning the title. So, and then they go by county. And this is the blessing of it all, ladies. They go by your ages. They go by whether you're a teenager, whether you're married, whether you're unmarried, whether
Mm-hmm.
you're elite, whether you're a senior. Like it's on all levels. Whether you, because I was under the miss category because I'm unmarried, but they did have the misses and
Oh,
misses. So it's so many different categories. You ladies will fall in perfect under those categories. So come and join us, please.
all
Ooh,
right.
I'm gonna put my
Awesome.
application in this year.
Let's go. Let's go. We'd love to see more from North Carolina. Let's go.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And Mrs. Dye, how do you know God was calling you to be an educator for children?
All right.
I knew that when I was a child. We used to play school in my house. My mother was the principal. And if you cut up, my mother would tickle you. I
Uh-oh.
also was a teacher of Bible school. I taught Bible school at my church. I taught Sunday
All
school
right.
at my church
Mhm.
as a child. I went to high school and middle school in business suits with a briefcase. Um, because I
Uh-huh.
just
Uh-huh.
knew. But when I was in high school, I was 17, they had these co-op programs, and so I joined the child care co-op program, and they took us to a child care center. I didn't even know they had child care centers. And so when I went in there and I realized that you get paid to play all day, that you could wear pajamas, you could have parties, and you could just have fun.
Yeah.
I was all for it. I was all for it because in my household growing up, my mother was like that with us. We always had fun. Everything was always lively. And with my adopted mom, we had family game night once a week. And so all the kids always gravitated to our house anyway. So that was just perfect for me. But when I really knew that God wanted me to do this, when I went and got my associate's degree, I started noticing how he was gearing certain things in my life that was happening to me
Yeah.
so that I could be a vessel for other people. And I didn't realize it at the time. I was like, why is God taking me through this? But I learned through early childhood, I would meet parents, women that were going through all sorts of things. And God knew that I was going to have to be a vessel for a lot of these women, or a
Mm-hmm.
mentor for some of these women, or just a listening ear for some of these women, a comforter for some of these women, sometimes a praying hand for some of these women. And that's what happened is I kept meeting all these different women that were going through so many things, and I just started talking to them, mentoring them, listening to
Wow.
them, and understanding them. And that right there was when I was like, okay, God, I see where you're taking me with this. I got you. So,
And
yes,
guess
ma'am.
what?
All right. What?
We have a lot
Mhm.
in common because me and Barbie, we're educators, but Barbie, she decided to retire. But I'm
Oh.
still in.
Oh,
I'm working with special needs children, but we work for children in the preschool and the Head Start for years, and we understand that it's very
mhm.
important for educators and teachers to be very visible in children's lives because
Yes.
they are
Yeah.
our future.
Mm-hmm.
And not just the children's lives, but their parents' lives too,
Oh
because
yeah,
we're
they
no
need it. Yes.
in this
Absolutely.
day and age, a lot of them are so lost when it comes to parenting skills. And a lot of these kids are coming out with so many different ailments and different things. And a lot of these parents are not mentally equipped to deal with that.
Yes.
And so we work with them emotionally so they can understand how to emotionally work with their
Yeah.
children, which makes such a big difference. Because I am one person, especially as a director in the child care center, I'm very big on parent and teacher report with each other,
Yes.
Oh my.
because we have to have that relationship in order to do anything with these children. And if we are not on the same page, it's going to leave our children lost and in the fog somewhere. So we have to make sure that as a teacher and as a parent, that we're seeing eye to eye what is the best things that we can possibly give our children for their future, and how can we help our parents ensure that is being taken care of on both ends.
Go.
I like that. That's
They
awesome.
go hand in hand, right?
Absolutely.
Uh,
But you kind of answered. I just want some more of that. part of the question that I was going to ask. How do you gear your life, your work around transforming the lives of other people? Now, you said it about the parents, how you get them involved and talk to, so how do you push the rest of your life to help transform these other young men and women? Because both of them need some transformation. Some of all of
Right.
us need. I need some transformation
Oh yeah.
still.
Right. I just feel like with me, life experiences that I have been through has
Yes.
helped me to become the vessel. And so what I do is I meet people kind of where they are. You know, the first thing you
Yes.
have to do is listen to them because you can't help them if you're not listening to what they're even going through. You know, so I listen first. And what's crazy is people just gravitate to me when they meet me anyway. So what I
Yes.
do is I open up a conversation with them, and then a lot of times that just leads to other conversation, and then it leads to them now wanting to open up about
Ah,
themselves because I've created a comfortable space for them to be able to do that. I also share personal things about me that I've been through to open up the door to let them see you're not the only person, and God can take us from whatever we have been through. Let us experience it, go through it, so that way we can become a vessel for somebody else. And that was the one thing that I learned was like, how am I going through this stuff? But like I said, I learned that I was just going to be coming in contact with so many
yeah.
different people, and I needed to understand how to talk to people, how to be empathetic, how to be understanding, how to know what it's like to be in their shoes and to experience the different things that they've experienced. Me, I often go into meditation for myself. I often pray a lot. Me and God have a wonderful relationship because I
Yes.
do believe in the power of prayer. I do believe in meditation. I do believe in journaling. I do believe in affirmations. And I do believe in surrounding yourself with people that are going to help you live a more abundant life too.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Now,
Hmm.
when we first met you,
Hmm.
when you walked in the room,
Authority.
yeah, yeah, but the
Yeah.
thing was your spirit. It was like
Hmm.
we immediately knew there was something different
Yes.
about you, both of us, because we looked at each other.
Hmm.
Listen, there's
Is that
something
the
different
queen?
about
She's
her.
a queen.
I get
I said,
that from
yes,
a
you
lot
wear
of
her crown.
people.
It was just your spirit.
Yes.
Like you said,
Yeah.
when you meet,
Thank
you
you.
draw people, you draw their attention. I can really say that you draw their attention when you enter a room. Yes, you do.
Did you see me? When you turned your head, I went outside and talked to her. I was like,
She did.
wait for a minute.
You did. You was the first person that I talked
You
to. We had a
see?
very interesting conversation. In that little bit of time, we had a very interesting
We
conversation.
did.
Yes,
Yes,
it was
Yeah.
ma'am.
serious. So
Yeah, I
you
try to
need
be,
to
I try
know.
to treat people like I try to treat people right. And I'm one of those people that I don't know what it is when I walk around. I guess that's that godly spirit that has been put in me through, all these years. And I'm one of those people believing that y'all, I be trying to be unnoticed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
See, when you're
oftentimes
trying to be on a low key,
unnoticed.
that's when he.
Yes.
That's
No
it. Yeah,
time to
I was trying to be
hide.
That's
unnoticed. I didn't even realize I was speaking that day. She caught me off guard. She was like, "You gonna say some words?" Oh, I didn't know, but okay, I got you.
mm. Oh my God.
So
But it
yes,
was awesome. It
Yeah.
really was. It was
thank you.
awesome.
Cause she had her
Thank
tiara, she had the table all
Hmm.
set up. I was like, woo, I'm gonna go get me her application now.
Something about when you put that crown on, because a lot of people when I wear it out, people the first thing they say, "Oh, is it your birthday?" I'm like, no, it's not my birthday. Like I'm a real queen. We can be real
Oh
queens.
God.
Let me show you how to do it. And I give them the website. Go on over. Let me show you how to be a real queen. No, it ain't just my birthday,
Yes.
baby.
All right. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Oh God. But
Indeed. Thank y'all for that. I appreciate that.
yes, yes, yes. Miss Di,
Mhm.
we wish you all the
Oh,
best. And
I want to ask that real quick.
oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay, we still have like,
Good, no, we don't.
oh yeah, we got a couple minutes to just these two.
No, we don't.
Okay.
That's
Miss
okay.
Miss Di, what are some awards you have won?
Oh goodness, wow. So in the city of
That's
Salisbury, I had to think about it because there's so many. Um, I won the Let's Lend a Helping Hand Community Service of the Year award.
Okay.
Um, I won the Nonprofit of the Year award here in
all
Salisbury.
right.
I was also honored last year before, in honor of the Buffalo Soldiers. I won a nice plaque for that, for all the work that we've done here. Queens and Kings in Training has been awarded the
Okay.
racial discrimination. We were there to support that as well. We also won an award for Bridge for Kids for volunteering there for Team Up Tuesday, Man Up Monday when we were
Excuse me.
volunteering into the schools. I won the Archie Magazine People Choice Award. I won the Archie
All
Magazine
right.
Community Leader of the Year Award. I've won, oh God, like 8, 9 awards within the pageant system for from entrepreneurship to the Director's Choice Award till um, National Queen. I mean, so many different ones. I forget
It's
about
too
them
many
all
to
because
count.
it's so many. It is. It is. But you know what's crazy is a lot of people say, why you don't really post your awards? And like I tell people, I posted it when I accomplished it. Now I need to go accomplish some other things. So I'm not going to keep just relishing in that. I want to continue to do major things, not for the reward and not for people to just say, Chariel, this. I want people to know that the work I do is so genuine, it's so from the heart. People often say you wake up, and if you wake up and you do something you love, it's not work. And so, working with the people, working with the kids, making a change, making a difference, touching lives is not work for me. And if I never got an award for any of it, I would still be
Mhm.
sitting here smiling to know we touched at least one
Oh,
person through the work that we have done.
Oh, amazing.
oh, that is so
Mhm.
awesome.
And my last question was, I wanted to ask you this a couple minutes ago. Do you want
Yes,
to
ma'am.
train? Do you want to turn your life story into a book?
I actually started working on the book already. It's
Okay.
called, yeah, it's called Little Girl Lost. I've been adding bits and pieces of it as the years been going, but I should have that finished within the next year or so.
Part two, right, Barbie?
Oh.
Yes. I love it. It's coming from a
Oh.
perspective of the adoption and all the different, things that we experienced through the years. So it's gonna be a great book.
Okay. Can't wait till it come out.
All right, so Miss Guy, one more time. If someone want to get in contact with you, even about your program
Mhm.
or for your book,
Mhm.
where can they
Mhm.
reach you?
Yeah. So first, you can find me on Facebook. I'm Chariel Dye, Chariel Dye on Facebook. I am the Queendom Nation Radio Show on Facebook, and I have a website. It's called CharielDye.com. That's CharielDye.com. You can definitely send me messages or anything through the website. I check that frequently, and you can email me at CharielD40@gmail.com, or you can call me at 704-796-7016. Any of those platforms, I got you. I'm also on Snapchat too. And I'm also on Instagram, Manette_47. So you can find me there as well.
All right, we appreciate you. It has been an honor. Thank you so much for
Yes.
coming on the podcast and being our guest.
Anytime.
We
Thank
wish
you
you
so
much
much.
success in your endeavors and God
Yes.
take you all the way into destiny.
You said Miss America?
And
I
you as
said
well.
God.
Yeah, Miss America.
Right. And y'all too, y'all as well, because I've been watching you ladies and y'all been doing some great things. I take my hat off to you. Y'all been seeing those awards you've been winning.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank
Girl.
you.
Let's go.
Thank
Black
you.
power, women power. Let's get it in 2025. Let's
Jesus.
go. So yes,
Yes.
I'd love to have you ladies come on the Queen of Nation radio show. So I will be inviting you
Okay.
Oh, we
all.
can't
Just let us
wait.
know when.
Yes.
And to our listening
Thank
audience,
you.
thank you for joining us and
Yes.
watching. Mwah. Much love to you. We can't do it without you.
Thank you,
Again, I'm
audience.
Barbie Johnson.
And I am Miss Keisha Winkler.
We are the book breakers, and our motto here is we encourage you, with my hand, to accomplish your dreams.
Keep dreaming. Thank you. Have a
Thank you,
wonderful
ladies. That was
weekend.
awesome.
Be blessed.